Good morning, evening, or afternoon, whichever one's going on for you at this current point in time. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a Nissan Rogue, and the person or the owner who reached out to me, she said, I was in the car with my niece, and as soon as I turn on the car, I heard something like kind of running around. And then she said while she was moving, it kind of ran to the right somewhere. And that's when the noise kind of stopped. And now you're about to hear what it sounds like when she turns on her blower motor. She's trying to turn on the heat. We have ice everywhere, and it doesn't sound good. I said the first thing you need to do, stop using that blower motor and let me take a look at it. Again, your parts might be sometimes a little weak or a little messed up, but you force them and you will break them. So let's take a look. Now, if you have asthma like I do, it's freezing outside. Do not forget your inhalers, all right? That's the medic inside of me. That's the medic training. Do not be unsafe out there. Don't force yourself. If you physically can't do it, contact a professional. Otherwise, take care. Let's do it. All right, you can clearly tell it's snowing, but the show must go on. No time for breaks. I'm gonna pull this mat out and we're gonna see what's going on. Okay, so the owner states that when she turns her heater on, it makes a monster sound. Put it in. No other lights seem to be coming on, of course. But without turning the actual car on, you bring the heater. Even on low, you can kind of hear it. But as I crank it up, you can tell it's almost like the motor is binded, but it's still trying to spin. I told her, do not turn this on. Let me come take a look. Just don't force the motor. If it happens to be okay still, it could just be something died in it or stuffed something in it. So let's take a look. Starting under here. First thing that's gonna happen, her hood latch release is broken. So I can take down this cable right here. Basically pop it out of the back. You do have to twist it a little bit. So let me take care of this T20 screw here first. Next, we're gonna pop down the plastic clips that are all along under the steering column. It's all plastic clips, so don't worry. Just don't yank on them because your OBD2 scanner is just behind it. And this random panel came off too. That's okay, everything is clips, don't worry. From the rear, you can remove this cable. Be very careful not to yank it all the way through because this is a metal cable and it will crack the plastic. You just want to get it, that little hammer head that's right here. Also very carefully remove the OBD2 scanner. There are typically little plastic clips that you have to push on either side. This one just kind of fell out because they're old, but do not force them. You're gonna look for the tabs and press on them. Try not to use any metal for these. You can find silicone ones or non-marring plastic spudgers. Use that instead. Also, you're gonna take out this bottom clip. For reference, this is the gas pedal right here. Once you pull this out, you'll be able to see more of the underside, and that's exactly where we're going. Next, we're gonna get these 10mm bolts out. Loosen them by hand if they've been there forever. Once they're loose, repeat the same with the other three. Be very careful and take 3 of them out. But if you're laying here with your back to the floor and you're looking up, the last thing you want to do is drop this on your face. Take out 3 and leave 1 as a support, and then slowly take it out while you're holding it. Gas pedal assembly is here. We're gonna take out that bracket and slightly higher because the blower motor is up in here. Now, to avoid issues with electronics, even though some say remove the bracket first and then the electronics are easier to get to, the gas pedal is here. The sensor or the connector for that is here, and these 2 are for the brake. You're gonna remove these. If you don't remember which way they go, or your car happens to have the same colors, use painter's tape or any kind of multicolor tape and tape off each of them so you know where they go. This one over here is a push connector. So, sorry, my hand's kind of in the way, but you're just going to press on the tab in the front and it's going to slide up. Right, that's one. Same thing with the brake. The button is here, so you can get some needle nose pliers and very carefully flex that connection back. So once that tab is squeezed, this one comes out, and we got one more. And with the gentle coaxing of needle nose pliers, your second is out. Now, the brown one right here for the Nissan goes into the brown, and the white one here goes to the black. Now that I know my electronics are safe, there's 4 13mm bolts, one here, and then if you look up, you're gonna see, just move this connector, you're gonna see 2 up there. Rigging a ridiculous amount of extensions, you should be able to get in there without needing universal joints. Otherwise, save yourself the trouble. Get the universal joints. Those are the swivelly bits or swirly bits or the ones that turn. Got it. Also, really quick, there's a little connector here. All you have to do is just pull out the little pin with some needle nose pliers and then squeeze the little head on either side and you should be able to push it through. That's on the brake and that connects it to the shaft that's coming from the firewall. Pretty simple. Okay, so to save you some time, all I did was pull the gas pedal out, reach up and in, take a twist and pull out the blower motor. Make sure you take off that connector. In here you can see there's some acorns and some debris, and basically I ended up using my shop vac to pull out 2 fistfuls of firewall insulation. There was definitely a rat or a mouse in here. Now here I'm going to slow it down for you, but all you have to do is once you've cleaned out all the insulation or whatever's in there, maybe a dead rat got caught in the blower motor and it's all crunched up, you got to pull that out. But either way, once that's done and it's nice and clean, you're going to put your blower motor back in, put the connector back in, and you're going to switch that key to the on position. Do not turn your car on. That's going to give power to your peripherals, your body control module, all that good stuff, and it's going to tell your car, power the fan. You're going to start with the low and you're going to slowly move it to medium. That's going to get any loose debris. You're going to hear a little bit of sand, a little bit of dirt, a little bit of whatever's in there clearing itself out of the system. Do not automatically go to high, but if everything is clear, slowly work it up to high. And then you're going to switch through the different ventilation options. That means your windshield, your face, your feet. Slowly go through all the different options and make sure all the vents are clear. And if you can still hear your motor nice and quiet, then fantastic, you can keep it. If you don't hear your motor or your motor still making the same sound, unfortunately, it means it needs to be replaced. Let's see how it's doing now. Key in to the on position, not turning on your car, just the accessories. Heat all the way open. Nice and quiet. Fantastic. So the next time your blower motor is giving you some issues or you hear something in the dashboard, fix it yourself or replace it yourself. Either way, I'm out of here. Stay warm and work smart.